For the people of this community, normal life as they know it has changed. Located in the Ibarakpa North local government area of Oyo State, southwest Nigeria, Igangan is about 2 hours drive from Ibadan, the state's capital. Most of the locals here are farmers, and the town is usually quiet and peaceful. But the activities of 5th June 2021 soon changed things and made the town a trending topic.
You wrote about something 5 minutes to 11. The issue is if I got to acquire Bawanya one, relax Bama, Coconshi Bawanya. Was my delicacy if I had to do or to one buru, obviously operate.
The people now live in fear and on high alert. Every young man and woman who can take up any form of arms has to do so to protect himself and his family. But who really were the perpetrators of this dastardly act, and what was their reason, if at all they had any?
Planning, security not to one to confirm. You could have about one Musile, no more, Darija, and to watch it. Or influence upon a gun show up on a king, Nick back a map on your Molly Baba Molly. I changed one coin that you could carry pay. I will already dajan to watch it, he said.
News Central visited the traditional leader of the community for some answers to these questions, only to find out that he too was directly affected by the activities of that night.
They started right about a kilometer away from the palace, shooting, damaging shops everywhere until they were at the palace. So the palace was damaged. Everything burnt. Sali Usiriki, we know him. He was solidly behind the issue. He started everything. It was summons to the palace before this happened. So, but he refused. So everything went away. But he said exactly he will start to damage. We informed the policemen. They were here, they interviewed him. But several times we were at the police commissioner for interview. He denied everything.
This is the palace of the local head of this town. The town, as we mentioned, is Igangan, and you can see the Asigagan of Igangan town. This is his palace. It was also set ablaze and completely destroyed. What you're looking at now are the charred remains of this particular building. The roofs down, wirings all out, everything was completely burnt, as well as the vehicles that were all here when the assailants arrived. This is 1, 2, 3, about 4 vehicles right here were completely destroyed. Everything here completely gone, and that's why the traditional head is no longer here. He's moved out. Beside me here also are power transformers, step-down transformers that were also destroyed during the raid. There's also a motorcycle that was completely burnt. Some buildings and shops were also destroyed. Certain people lost their lives as well during this particular raid. After visiting the traditional leaders, we went further into the community to assess the level of the damage done. The attackers wreaked further havoc on the town, destroying more property, including this fuel station where we were told 3 local security men known as Olode were killed. This is the Adolad Golden Heritage Limited filling station. This is one of the places that were attacked during that particular raid. You can see right here behind me, there's a burnt motorcycle here. The fuel pumps have also been burnt down, and we were told that about 3 persons were killed at this particular location. Further behind me, you can see there's a burnt bus, and then the building clearly has been damaged all around. Windows shattered, roofs destroyed. Everything here is all but gone. And even on the walls in here, sadly, we can still see signs of a struggle that went on here. I can see on the wall marks of blood, sadly. And I mentioned earlier that 3 people, according to what we were told, were killed at this place. You can see the remains of some people's belongings on the walls, on the floor. There still are signs and marks of blood. Most of the locals refused to speak on camera about what happened that night, but this man, who is a brother to one of the victims, spoke on behalf of the family.
Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ọmọ náà sùkú dé àsìkò bàbá ọmọ yẹn gangan. So tent ta lò náà ni ó ṣì wà ńlẹ̀ yìí. Ó ṣá sin àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ brother tí wọ́n jọ wá láti Èkó, àwọn ni wọ́n kó lọ sí hotel. So bíbọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ló kó sáàrin wọn pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìgbìyànjú tiẹ̀ náà. So at the end of the day ó ṣá jásíkú. So wọ́n ṣe aláàké torí inú akíkanjú èèyàn ló wà nípa àti ìbọn. So wọ́n yin gbogbo nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run fún wọn lágbára lórí ìbọn ò mú. Síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe aláàké, wọ́n sáré yìn. So kíní yẹn jẹ́ ọgbọ́n ọkàn fún wa púpọ̀ tọrọ ọmọ náà kéré. So bùkátà dẹ̀ ti pọ̀ lọ́rùn anybody wa. Nǹkan tó ní ẹ̀rẹ̀ ti ní ọmọ 4 ló ti bí. Ìyàwó dẹ̀ kéré. Ìyàwó dẹ̀ ní kò níṣẹ́ kan lọ́wọ́.
The assailants took their destruction to the church mission house and also damaged property there. The pastor, however, wasn't hurt.
Àṣà àti wọlé sùn bá ṣe gbọ́rọ̀ ìbọn nìyẹn. Ìbọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dún láti ẹ̀yìn báyìí láti gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀pù Methodist. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló wọ́n ṣe bá reverend wa. So wọ́n sì wọ́n ṣàbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bá ń bẹ̀ wọ́n sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn. Wọ́n sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣá mọ́tò wa. Bá tí wọ́n ṣá mọ́tò wọ́n sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sun gbogbo property inú church àti generator àti ilé ibi tá ń dáná tá ń tajà gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀pù Methodist wọ́n ṣá sun gbogbo ẹ̀. Orúkọ tí reverend wa dẹ̀ jẹ́ Adébísí Solomon Adébísí ní orúkọ reverend wa. So wọ́n sì dábèjì gbogbo nǹkan. Wọ́n sì bà ilé jẹ́ bá ṣe rí mọ́nì. Wọ́n sì dá gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀pù yìí náà. Wọ́n sì bà á jẹ́.
Reverend, kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Reverend?
Reverend ti sá lọ ṣá. Wọ́n sun gbogbo nǹkan ẹ̀ náà. Reverend ti sá lọ.
News Central made attempts to reach the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, but that was to no avail. The police had, however, confirmed that 11 people had died in the attack. With lives and livelihood lost, the people are angry. Several government officials have visited the community and have condemned the killings and the destructions.
What I've seen is unbelievable. Things like this should not happen in this country at this particular time. It's unbelievable. We need to do something, and do something very quickly and urgently as a government. On my part, as a member of parliament, of course, we've been talking about it, been discussing about it. We have met several times with the heads of security agencies. We have indicated our willingness as a parliament to provide whatever they need. But in a situation like this, I think you can't continue to do the same thing, same way, and expect different results. We need to decentralize the policing system in this country. When things like this are happening all over the country, and government does not do anything, then you may not have a country by the time you wake up the next day. May that not happen to Nigeria.
Meanwhile, the Serikin Fulani of Igangan, Salihu Abdul Kadri, has denied any involvement in the recent killings in Igangan community. Speaking to Premium Times, the Fulani leader in the community said, "I want to tell the whole world that my family and I were not involved in the Igangan crisis. Since the crisis began about 4 months ago, we have relocated from Igangan. None of my children was killed in the recent crisis because they are all not resident in the town anymore." As the people of Igangan bury their loved ones and count their losses, they call on the government to come to their aid, and Nigerians in general call for an end to the killings and for the perpetrators to all be brought to book. Bernard Akede, News Central.